Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating analysis of Product Hunt, exploring the surprising dichotomy between gamers and nihilists in the tech world. It's a really exciting piece.
I'm intrigued. What's the core argument? Is it just about gaming versus productivity apps?
It's more nuanced than that. The study analyzed 7 years of Product Hunt data, over 70,000 products, and almost 400,000 user profiles. They found a remarkably low overlap between users who promote games and those who promote productivity apps. This isn't just a preference. It's a fundamental clash of value systems.
A clash of value systems? That sounds dramatic. Tell me more.
Absolutely. They label the productivity app enthusiasts nihilists. Not in the philosophical sense, but because their focus is on optimization for optimization's sake. They're endlessly chasing efficiency, often without producing much of real value. It's a vicious cycle.
Interesting. So the gamers, on the other hand.
The gamers value fun and experience as ends in themselves. They clearly separate utilitarian and non-utilitarian activities. Waste, to them, isn't inherently negative. It's part of a meaningful experience. They're not necessarily gamers in the traditional sense. It's about prioritizing enjoyable, non-productive activities.
So it's about how they value time, right? The nihilists try to minimize wasted time, ironically wasting it in the process, while gamers embrace it as part of a fulfilling life.
Exactly. The study even connects this to business models. Venture-backed startups, often driven by the nihilist mindset, prioritize appearances of productivity over actual results. Game studios, on the other hand, tend to be more directly accountable to their customers and their bottom line.
That's a really insightful connection. But how did they arrive at this nihilist label? It seems a bit strong.
I see your point. It's a provocative term, and the authors acknowledge that. But it highlights the irony of the productivity-obsessed individuals who end up achieving very little. They're trapped in a cycle of optimizing tools, not outcomes.
Okay, I get it. So what about the data itself? How did they support this claim?
They used a lot of data visualization. They looked at the most common tags on Product Hunt, showing the low correlation between games and productivity. They also analyzed geographic data from user profiles, showing global distribution of makers and hunters. There were some surprising findings there, like the high number of Ukrainian and Russian makers.
Wow. And what about the implications? What are the broader takeaways?
The authors argue that this gamer-nihilist dichotomy reflects a broader issue in Silicon Valley, where the focus on valuation often overshadows actual value creation. The recent downturn in the tech market might be a correction, forcing a shift towards more sustainable business models.
It's a compelling argument. It makes you think about the whole startup culture and its obsession with growth at all costs.
Exactly. And the study also touches on how the nihilist approach can negatively impact the gaming industry, citing Microsoft's history of acquiring and then seemingly destroying game studios as a prime example. They also discuss the backlash against NFTs in gaming as a rejection of the nihilist attempt to commodify fun.
Fascinating stuff. It's a really thought-provoking analysis. Thanks for breaking it down for us.
My pleasure. And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.